Hi, I'm miltonchang of Bonsai Heirloom. The video is about propagating Trident Maple to make a Trident Maple forest, say 100 maples, which is pretty impractical if you buy the seedlings and grow them. Even if it's a couple dollars each, it will cost you a couple $100. So we're going to use the cuttings that we took from Sumo, turn them into cuttings in the sense of trees. The experimental part is the following. I normally cut the branch to maybe two nodes or 3 nodes actually, and then dip it in hormone and then make a root. And then the tree coming out will be fairly irregular rather than straight. So today what I'll do is cut maybe 5 nodes, make it into a taller tree so that it will be more appropriate for a forest. So this is an inexpensive way to make a Trident maple forest. You can do this to elm and Japanese maple and many of the deciduous trees. The percentage that will root is fairly easy. And what I will do is I'll put them, just to show you a few and then finish it offline, fairly close in this little pot filled with my traditional, what I recommended for cuttings. So the mix that I recommend is 1 part perlite and 1 part vermiculite. Actually, I think this time I put in a little bit less vermiculite. Then I'll dip it in hormone. Any kind of commercial hormone will work because they are proven to be viable. In this case, I'm not sure the percentage that will live, but it's good enough. Even 20 out of 100, that's a nice forest. On the other hand, I hope all 100 will work. What I will do is I plant the cutting relatively close, to compensate for potential loss. When it's all done, I can literally dump this out and pull the whole massive seedlings, saplings, and spread it out in a big pot. I think for 100 trees, you may need a flat pot about this size. And the roots will be intertwined, and it really doesn't matter. And then you put in the soil. In a year or 2, when you want to repot it, then you can pull it up again and cut off some of the roots and maybe reposition it again and adjust for the height for the design. So that's what I'll do. Again, I will just do a few cuttings and then I'll finish the rest of it to show you the end result next week. So the process is that I would cut, in this case, longer ones in about 4 or 5 nodes, and I pull off the leaves, the big leaves, and leave the small leaves there. And then what I will also do is to scar the bark so that it tend to root out from those areas. Then I dip it in rooting hormone. You can either use root tone or in this case, it's a gel. Both should work. And all you have to do is just push it in and let it be. And keep it moist, put in the shade and keep it moist. And that's it. And you will see the leaves, some will fall off, but some will stay green and that will feed the roots. And eventually they will root out in maybe a month or 2. So let's see how it works again. When it's all rooting, I'll try to keep it straight because it's a forest, and then try to spread it out when I put it in a big pot. Cut it just below the node, and then try to scar the bark and pull off the bigger leaves. So this is a shorter one, which is fine, because in the forest you need both tall and short trees. And then you dip it in the rooting hormone and you put it in here, and then after you're done, you water it and firm it. Okay, so that is the process. So try one more time. You cut it right below the node, and maybe 4 or 5 or 6, since you want a different heights. And again, this is much longer than I normally do, but this is an experiment. And then I'll scarf the the bark on both sides, but keep the node because that's where the roots are likely to come out. And then I put it in fairly close up and eventually fill the whole thing, and then spread them out after they are rooted. They will come out a little bit crooked, so you try to straighten it out as it grows. I will show you how they progress, and eventually together we will have a forest of 100 or more. And that's spectacular, and without costing us a penny, really. Well, a few pennies. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, like our video, and subscribe to our channel, and we hope to see you again.